Hello again, welcome to today's attempt of a Diffle puzzle. This is Wordle, but we don't know how long the word is, so I like to start with a word that's got all the vowels in, and we'll go for facetious once again today. And we get a lot of information, there's a lot of vowels in this word. We've got a green E and I, that means they appear in the word in that order. We've got a yellow O and S, that means they appear in the word, but we've put them in the wrong place. So that means they must be somewhere earlier than the I. So, that's interesting, because E is normally towards the end of the word, isn't it? I suppose, I was going to say it could be something like episode with a duplicated E. It can't specifically be episode, because we just ruled out anything where there's an S and an O after an I. So, they have to be a bit earlier. What about this EI? Are they going to be consecutive? Something like sovereign? I don't think that uses any letters that we've ruled out, so it's worth a shot. It will test some new letters either way. Oh, interesting. We've got a V, and you'll see that the E has now gone yellow. So that means it's in the wrong place. We already know it's definitely before the I, so the fact that it's in the wrong place means it has to be before the V. It still could be earlier than the S or after the S, we don't actually know that. And I'm thinking the O is going to be later? The O does have to be before the I though, so I'm thinking the E goes in there, then the O, and then the I. So it's going to be something like this pattern, but obviously with a bunch of other letters put in. 10 letters I think is the longest possible. So there's a limit to how many other letters we can put in. And we do know we haven't got a duplicated E from that previous guess as well. So it's not going to have a secret E hiding at the end. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this V. That is quite an uncommon letter. The other option is that the O or the E could be before the S. Something like this pattern. It's almost looking like nosedive, but of course it can't be for several reasons. But it could be some kind of compound word like that. Lose. Ville. That doesn't seem particularly likely. VI something Y. Villy. That's possibly a plausible ending? Not sure. The I is definitely the last out of all of the letters that we've got, and it's not an IC ending either. We definitely could have an L though. Huh. This is not the easiest one. I suppose it still could have a Y. What else could we do at the front? We could have the E and the O the other way around. No, I think the O does have to be before the S. Because the O is definitely before the I. I think they would have just coloured it differently if it was after the V. They would have put the O in green rather than the V. So I think it does have to be this pattern. Although the E could also be before the S. What is going to be the end of this word? That's the problem, because we can't have an O or an I. Oh, sorry, an O or an E after this V. I think the I is the only vowel that can be in that position. A D? I'm not sure I'm going to get this without some more information. Might just have to go for some new letters, even if I know it's not going to be a correct answer. I don't like doing this. But this is looking like a relatively unusual word, so let's get some more information. I guess I want to try a D, L and Y. Let's just try holiday. That tries a bunch of new letters. Okay, we do have an H and an L, so we have found a few new letters. The OL are joined together now, you can see. That means they're consecutive. So if they're consecutive, let's put them together. I think they're before the S. I think the word is going to be Bolshevik. I am really happy that I went for holiday rather than spending ages trying to think of that, because to be fair, I would capitalise this. That is such an uncommon word. Arguably too uncommon to really... It shouldn't be the answer to some puzzles like this, but anyway, I'm not complaining. I did solve it anyway, so... what can you do? I don't think that would be valid in Wordle. I mean, I know it's the wrong number of letters, but I think they've curated their word list a bit more than this puzzle has, clearly. But as I say, I did solve it, so I'm not going to moan. Yeah, that was a tricky one. Let me know if you solved that quicker than I did. Definitely well done if you did. That is Diffle. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.